Hello, welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. I got my setup a little bit different today. We're going to see how it works. Hopefully, it'll give me more room and everything's not right up at the camera. So, hopefully, this works out. I don't know, it's got me really crammed in, but I just feel like I needed to do something. So, let's see how this works, anyways. Um, I thought we would take a break from the tonic kits, and um, I don't know if any of you watch Crafters TV, but yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Debbie did anyways, I watched it yesterday. She did a whole special on inking, a master class on inking, and I thought, I've been wanting to try these layered stamps, but what I want to do, like, is have, like, the last layer use, like a watermark or an opaque color to do the last layer in a to emboss it. And so I came in here thinking, maybe like a yellow flower, and the last layer is embossed. But I couldn't find anything except for this bee, and so we're going to do his wings. We're going to emboss, and so I'm going to start him out yellow. It looks like they started him out black, but I don't know how then they got the yellow over the black, if that's what they did. So it really does look like that's what they did, but I don't know how you would get that yellow to lay over the black, because, well, maybe it doesn't have to. Maybe I can start with the black. I'll try starting with the black. The other thing is, so I've got the anthracite quick dry, and it's like, it's kind of black. It's a little bit lighter than the black, and I didn't want to go super dark black. And then I couldn't find like a yellow in the quick dry. So I'm going to have to use my diamond press um, ones, inks, and use that yellow. So, and that's almost kind of an orangey yellow, but I'm going to use that. And then I've got my, it's a Sizzix ink, so 3 different brands of inks. It's the watermark, so that I can then use, it's the Sarah's signature, and it's white glittery, and that's what I'm going to use for the wings. So let me get, oh, and then I thought I will cut it out. I looked for the octagon, and I didn't have that shape or a shape like that I could find, other than real small. But I thought we could cut it out and make a card. Let's see how it works. So let me get my stamping press here. And I think so far it seems better to me anyways, to have more room and not feel like it. And I'm kind of sitting above, so it's a little bit easier. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a little bit easier for me to see what it's recording. So I wonder if I should just do this. Nah, I'm just going to do the yellow. Now they have these little tabs, and they're supposed to help you know where it goes. So I'm just gonna, see, there's no way really to line that up. It doesn't go all the way down. But if you, so if you put it on a grid, right, so I could put it on my grid, and I could say, Okay, I'm having him, he's gonna be, this tab is gonna be 3 over, well, let's see, 3 over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 up. 3 over, 8 up. Well, guess what? That ain't gonna work because I gotta have enough room for to cut it out. But I'm just gonna put it, and then I'm gonna lay the other one on top and hopefully get it lined up right. We'll see. If I don't do it right, I'll do it again. Right. But I do want to make sure I have enough. So let me scoot this over a little bit. And I do, honestly, I'm going to say this. I do love using their quick dry inks for stamping. It really, they usually do a very good crisp image. And they do dry really super fast. So, see, it's such a good image. And I've never used that stamp before. And usually when it's like this, so it could use another, because there's like a spot here, and whatever. But so I'll do it another. But it just is good. But it's just that that's really the only thing you're going to do with those inks is stamp. I think Debbie was saying yesterday that yes, you can do. Oh my gosh, look how good that looks. That you can do painting with it. You put it down on the glass and whatever, but it's not going to move like your water reactive and that. So there is a difference. Okay, now I've got the other layer. See, and I think that this should be a fairly easy stamp to do this with because it's pretty small. Stuck to my fingers, that's the only thing. There. And there's not really, there, I guess there's a little bit of ink left on the stamp, but it pretty much is clean after you stamp it. Seems to me anyways. And now I need the yellow. Looks good, right? And I can restamp it. That's what's kind of nice about the black first, right? Because if I am a little bit off, it's not really going to show. But most stamps, layering stamps are not like that. Like if it's a flower or whatever, it'll show usually that you're off. This, I just happen to be fortunate that it's not showing me being off. Or there's a little white speck here, but it's all the way over here, so I don't know. It's not going to be perfect. I just want to clean this off. There. And now it's time for the watermark and the embossing powder. I got my heat gun over here, so the only weird thing is now my phone, which is my camera, is on the other side of me. I'm used to it being on one side. Now it's on the other side, and that's a little weird feeling. But I think it's all right. I think I can get used to it if it helps, you know. Okay, so the wings will go here. Oh, I need some paper to stick underneath. Just a scrap. Okay. So, pick those wings up. Yikes, don't move. Please don't move. Okay, and now, see, now you can't see, and I don't want it to be where you can't see me stamp it either. So you can't see, right? I didn't realize. I thought you were seeing me stamp. Or at least put the ink on the stamp. I want to make sure I make this nice and juicy because you won't see it, right? When you go to put it down, because it's clear, you're not going to see it. So you have to make sure that it's good and juicy, and you want to get a good layer of it on. So I'm even going to bring this in because there's a good chance I won't see it, which when you use the opaques for the embossing, that's a really nice thing, is that you can see your ink before you go on. But you know, the wings you want pretty much translucent anyway. So okay, so now hopefully it looks like, from what I can tell, it looks okay on there. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Excuse my arm. I'm gonna bring this over and I'm gonna put the embossing powder on, and fingers crossed we can see. All right, now here's the thing too. If you want to use embossing powder and you want to use opaque ink, you're gonna have to let it dry in between. Oops, I need that open so I can pour the embossing powder back on. You're gonna have to let it dry in between layers, because the opaque ink, if it isn't dry, it'll then stick to all of the layers instead of just the layers you want it on, you know. So I only want it on the wings. So if I had used opaque on the whole bee, I would have had to wait in between and then just used it and, you know, had all of it dry and then just leave the wings wet. Geez, it looks like I got it pretty good. I wonder if you're going to be able to see when it's... I don't want to use my heat gun on this mat. I don't know that it would hurt it, but I'm afraid that it would. And so I won't take a chance. I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to heat it. I think it's done. Yeah. It's done. Yep, it's done. So there it is. So I don't know if you can see the wings or not. Try to see if in that light better you can see. All right. So I'm happy with it. So now I want to cut it out which means I'm hoping it will fit in my diamond press. Oh, I haven't even opened this one yet. And these ones you have to cut. And I might be messing up my scissors doing this also, but I want to get all my layering dies. I'll put in like a notebook. I don't know. So let's see. First, I want to see if that's going to fit on there. Yeah, that's a little iffy. So I'm going to grab the next one down. That definitely fits. That fits. So what size are we looking at? So we have 5.5 length by 4, a little over 4 wide. So now I'm gonna cut the paper down. It might have been a good idea to ink up the paper before, like in blue or something, but I didn't do that, did I? So, let me get the diamond, the marquee. Love the marquee. And put it in here. And that should work perfectly fine. Okay. So here's our bee. And now I need a card blank. I think so. It's same size, same size. I think it needs a smaller card. Like that. I need a background paper. And I'm thinking I need to ink this up or do something. Maybe, I have an idea. Let me see. Okay, I have an Illustrator, and I think I'm just gonna, ooh, that's way darker than I want it to be. I want like a real light blue or a super, super light blue. Let's do this and try this. Okay, that'll be all right. It's still a little darker than I wanted it to be, but just go around. Yeah, so that's still not as light as I would have liked. Maybe this will mess it up. Too late now, I gotta do it. It went around that embossed part real easy. Now these inks will smear with the alcohol supposedly, but because they're water-based, if you're careful, it's not going to be too bad. You know, I'm not putting a lot on. I'm just doing a real quick go over. If I was to sit here and go over and over, it might move some of that color and smear it a little bit. So and I'm just going to take my time and go around. And go around. Okay. Like that. I want to blue up my edges. So I'm going to do this. My thing's missing from in here. Ooh, that's not the right blue. That's not the blue I wanted. I'm going to have to use that one more. Yeah, the other one's too dark, so let's just do this. Let me just look and see. Okay, that's very light. I'm just going to come in. I think I need to get rid of some of this crisp white on here. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit real quick. This is real white. This paper is like super, a bright white. That makes sense. Okay. And I think I want to go a little bit stronger around the edge. Yeah. This makes it kind of look a little cloud-ish. Put this little bit of blue around it like that, but I can't imagine a bee on a cloud. That doesn't really seem like that goes together, does it? Not to me, but okay. It just... There, and actually now you can see those wings a little better. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. This blue around the bee was just too dark, but hey, it works for now. So let's figure out a background paper. And I've got all these. I've been trying to use some of these papers up because I got so much of it, and it's definitely a layering paper. So No. Here's a rose. Oh, what do we think of that? Yeah. No. One of them I wish would. I can never find anything to put them on. That might work. That might work. Let's look at this other, any of this other stuff. That might work too, but nah. That's not bad. No. Well, shoot. That one is pretty good. I kind of like that one. Okay. This one or this one. I'm going to stick with this one, I think. I'm going to try this one. So, this card blank is, boy, I got stuff all over the place now again already. Okay, the card blank is 4 by 6. So let me get my paper trimmer. So 4, and I'm gonna drop it about 1/4 of an inch. So 3 3/4. Put my hand down on the plastic to hold it so it's cut straight. And then by 5 3/4, right? Because I want that 1/4 inch off. So 5 3/4. And I'm gonna hold that plastic strip and cut it and hope that keeps it straight. Hopefully that worked. So now we have this and this and I wish there was like a little bee dye or something I could use, but there really isn't. This stuff I put on the wrong side. This is on the wrong side also. Okay, be nice, be happy. Be happy. There we go. Be happy. I need my stamping platform back. Oh. Gotta get the wings off. And be happy. I hope that's right. And I'm going to use the anthracite for it. You know, everything's so straight on. Maybe this would look better if I... No, no. With it being so straight on, I don't think that'll work. So I better just stick to the way I had it. Okay. Let's see. See, it just does. It just stamps so nice. The quick dry ink just does stamp so nice. Okay. Be happy. Let's put you back. Be happy. Okay. See, I would love to have some little cutout bees to be flying around. So, or if I could have cut this out smaller maybe and did the sentiments separate, but it is what it is now. And I know the video's starting to get a little long, right? And you're gonna be like, I can't watch no more of this. I'm done with this video. Nope. I don't know if you noticed, but I always try to keep the glue thin lined. The reason is because the paper will warp because of the water. And that's why they always say to use a glue that doesn't have the water, but it just doesn't. I don't know. I like tacky glues in that. This is not a tacky glue, but I do like the kind of tackier glues. Usually I like the Crafter's Companion tacky glue. I like the Aliens. Is that what it's called? Tacky glue. So I tend to go that way. That's just kind of what I like to do. I'm not worried about getting in those little ruffle things. I'm just getting the glue around the edge good, but not the ruffles. I'll let those peel up if they want to, but I don't think they will. I think they'll stay down. So I'm gonna maybe stick it a little bit. No, I better just try to center it. There we go. All right. So when I wanted to do a layer in the embossed, I really wanted it to be like a piece of the picture. And so in the picture you saw then the shiny embossed part. So like in a flower, you know, where the center part is embossed or whatever. That's really what I was thinking. But since I couldn't find one of those, I settled for this. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna look, if I find and come across one of those, then I'll do that because I think that would be pretty. But anyways, there's the card. If you like my channel, if you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll join me again. Bye bye now.